Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What a beautiful night of football that was. I want your thoughts, I want your feelings. Hey. I want your feelings. 4-0 to the Arsenal, 4-0 against Everton. What a beautiful display. Second half display of football. First half, pretty much as I said it would be, cagey. First 15 minutes, 20 minutes, very, very cagey. Arsenal looked like they were trying to feel Everton and, feel what they were going to be on. Everton, trying to kind of, see if Arsenal will kind of be explosive in the first 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and kind of just trying to, do the Sean Dyche style of football. But nearing the end of the first half, that's when we kind of started kicking in, and whoa, some amazing performances, some slick football going on, some fizzing of the ball, very, very quick, very direct. At times, I think, it was one of the best second half performances I've seen from Arsenal this season. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about, people. We got a lot to go through, man. Listen, I'm buzzing. 4-0, that was a madness. That second half was an absolute madness. But let's get into it. This is a quick match reaction. Please like and subscribe to the video. As you know, this is a new channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. I would love the support. And we move. We absolutely move, people. 60 points in the table. 60. Big 60. 25 games played, 33 goal difference to 39 against City, 7 goals difference. It's a beautiful thing to see, and I'm not gonna say for sure we're gonna win. I don't wanna, I'm not gonna start jumping the gun and stuff like that. But 5 points clear. It looks like we could be witnessing something absolutely amazing happening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the year that the gods finally look down upon the Emirates and bless that stadium with true football stuff, with true tangible football credential, whatever you want to call it. I'm looking for the word, but it will be real, Premier League. Are we going to do it? Can we do it? I think we can do it, but are we going to do it? It still remains to be seen. But judging by today's performance, I'm not going to lie to you lot. I think that we can only lose it if we lose it. Do you know what I mean? We can only lose this title if we actually blow it, if we bottle it. But if we continue playing how we're playing, I just can't see how we're not going to win it, man. What a goal by Saka. Like, that was absolutely unbelievable. Saka's goal, it just proves that he's reached a level, as I said, that he's now deciding games. Saka is officially now deciding games for Arsenal Football Club. He's picking up that ball, and all he thinks about is just attack, or just to create, a 2v1 situation, and he's becoming an absolute monster. He's becoming an assassin in front of goal, with left foot, with right foot. It doesn't matter. That was his weak foot. That right shot in top bins. When I saw that, it just, and I'm watching this obviously from my house. I'm not even watching it live, but I can imagine if you're watching it live, it's even more. It's crazy. He's now deciding games. He is the talisman. He's absolutely on fire, super form. Gabriel Martinelli as well. As I said, Gabriel Martinelli looks like he's back to his best as well. Gabriel Martinelli was busy in that game, as were a lot of other players as well. Most of the team played well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Defense was on point. Midfield was on point. Granit Xhaka, I thought he would have been rested for this game, but I think that ultimately, looking at it from a perspective of, seeing Everton and they kind of, their players in the midfield, I think it was good because you needed that physicality from Xhaka. But all in all, you saw what Vieira could do when Vieira had these little cameo when he came on in the second half. But yeah, like I said, looking more into the game and speaking more about the actual game in itself. Before the first goal, before we scored the first goal. Like I said, it was weird. It was cagey. You know, Zinchenko doing what Zinchenko does a lot of the times, which I don't like to see, which is losing possession cheaply to Everton, and just getting just simple passes. Sometimes you trying to do too much. Just keep it simple. I think somebody must have went up to him and told him, bro, just keep it simple, because when you keep it simple, you can be one of the best players out there. And it's just keeping it simple in areas that that they can if you make the mistake, you can get punished. If you're in the final third of obviously where you're gonna the goal where you need to score, then maybe sometimes you can be more adventurous, you can be more expressive. But there was a ball, that a simple pass in the first half that he could have made. I think it was to Gabriel Martinelli, but Everton got hold of the ball, and they went away, and they could have created a chance from that. But all in all, he fixed up in the second half. He did really well. I think he assisted for one of the goals. He was fantastic in terms of just being able to slot into that midfield and doing what he does in terms of ball retention and everything else. But boy, what an absolute massive win. This is our game in hand that we had. Like I said, this win was massive because it creates that mental pressure. Believe me or not, guys, like if you think it's just City, chasing us down and kind of like, staying on par with us and behind us, and we're feeling the pressure, they're feeling the pressure as well, where they're looking at the football and they're looking at the result and they're thinking to themselves, wow, like this is kind of peak. This might be out of our hands per se, and now you look at the situation, we're 5 points clear, and even if they beat us at their ground at the Etihad, it still can go left for City, and we can find ourselves, especially with the running that we have now. I think we've got Bournemouth next. We can find ourselves in a very, 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 very crazy situation where City can't catch us. Listen, I'm sure there's many things that's still going to happen, but I'm looking at it from the aspect of like there's not much difference in the way that Arsenal plays. Yes, sometimes we might make the odd mistake here and there, and we might do make the wrong pass, or sometimes we might look a bit sort of lethargic in certain games, or not lethargic, but just not passing with the purpose. Sometimes we look like we're in games that against teams that play low blocks, we're not really going to get a result, or we're going to battle, but we might not be able to walk away with a result. But I also look at from the other side of that thought process, and I just think that overall we keep on improving. Arsenal has this resolve this season that I haven't seen for many years. I've been an Arsenal fan since 1998, and obviously from 2005 onwards, you haven't seen a resolve like this where they come back even after a bad period or a bad spell, and they play in a way where it's almost like it's mentality. That's all it is. To simplify it, I always try to sometimes you just need to simplify the simple game. It's just mentality. They have this squad has this mentality. It's crazy because they're so young. It's one of the youngest squads, even in comparison to previous Arsenal squads from the past. Beautiful scenes of glorious emotion. Let me quickly go into the actual match stats, bearing in mind obviously this is a match reaction of the game. Arsenal light in share of possession. I think I've made a note here on my notepad as well that we literally had the lion's share of possession right up to the 40th minute when Saka scored. It was we had obviously possession the whole game, but I don't think there was. I think Everton had one shot on target. Yep, they had one shot on target, which was the shot that Ramsdale saved. And let me say, Ramsdale, he was big as well. See Ramsdale, yeah. I've realised with Ramsdale, Ramsdale is the type of keeper that if the team's not really on form, if the team's playing a bit dodgy and they're playing a bit iffy, he will also play iffy. Like I've said previously in my previous videos, it rubs off on players when you got one or two, or maybe 3 or 4 that are off form, and it kind of just starts to spread across their starting 11, on the squad. But when the team is scoring and the team is doing what they need to do, but they might just be hit on a counter, and you need to you need a title winning type of keeper that will take you there and make a crucial save, and that's exactly what he did. I think I wrote down on my notes here, what an unbelievable save by Ramsdale. We needed that, at that particular period in the game, you know. And he definitely rose to the occasion again. I think he was amazing in this game. When I do my player ratings, Ramsdale's going to get high ratings. He was quiet for most part of the game, of course, but when needed, he made even that 90th minute save. 91st minute save, it was you know, he had to get down very quickly to be able to save that and power it off out of danger. So big up to Ramsdale. You know, I'm starting to really be impressed with Ramsdale. You know, I thought he was, you know, a month or two back, I thought he was you know, a bit flappy at times, you know, a bit uneasy at times. Sometimes his clearances, you know, and from set pieces were a bit all over the place, but he's coming back to form again, just like the rest of the outfield players. Possession, 73% possession against 27%. Shots, 15 shots. Arsenal had 15 shots, 5 shots on target, 5 corners, you know, 5 fouls as opposed to 12 fouls from Everton, and a dominating display at home. We needed this home form again. I believe that at home we will kind of, as I said previously, you know, we will kind of, I don't know, it's almost, you know, we're playing with a handbrake, and we won't really, you know, expressing ourselves the way that we've seen we can do when we're playing away. So big up to the boys, and this is a fantastic result, as I said previously. Trossard played well, again slotting into that sort of midfield, you know, in that sort of 10 pocket. He just offers us more movement, and he just offers us more options to be able to, you know, create better connections with the front players, as opposed to Nketiah. Nothing against Nketiah. When Nketiah came on, he did well, but again, that chance that he had, you know, he missed, you know, in the 77th minute. He was through on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper. He places it right in him, like literally, he literally side passed it to the keeper. You know, you can side foot that in, kind of like how Quaresma used to shoot, or you can try to, you know, you got to try and nip it in a corner. You can't just direct it to the keeper and hope that, you know, somehow it still the ball still, you know, bundles its way in. But that was a chance for him. He actually had a clear chance to score a goal in Nketiah, but he missed. But all in all, you know, it was all right. You know, he did his little cameo, and got some minutes under his belt coming off the bench. Vieira as well. Again, Vieira, as I said, you know, in my preview, and as I said, my previous videos, obviously, you know, it was again very unlikely that Vieira was ever going to start, especially against Everton being such a physical team. But when he did come on in the second half, again, we saw glimpses of what Vieira could offer us. If he could just somehow, you know, if he's able to somehow not, you know, kind of drift out of games as much as he does within games, you know, I feel like Vieira doesn't come in and impose himself. He needs to come in and impose himself. I feel like he's one of them players that's still kind of like, okay, when I got the ball, I can kind of show you what I can do, and, you know, I can do something brilliant, but I'm kind of just, you know, let me just be cautious about what I'm doing. You know, you can really come out there and be, you know, he can be I don't know who, let me see, maybe like a Benayoun, you know, a kind of flying sort of type of wide player that can, you know, obviously with much more technical ability than Benayoun, but, you know, I'm trying to say a bit more expressive, a bit more, you know, have a bit more emphasis on the game and a bit more imprint on the game. But that's slowly, you know, he's very young, and, you know, we're going to give him time. Obviously he's, you know, a player that essentially Mikel Arteta bought, and, you know, we spent good money on him, so I'm sure that, you know, we're going to ease him in slowly, and we're going to see greatness from Fabio Vieira. He's one of the players that I want to see really succeed at Arsenal. But yeah, no, Martinelli again, you know, 2 goals today. Martinelli he's just, you know, again with Saka, he's just that guy that is able to just, you know, he's learning and developing in a way where he knows where he needs to be at the right place at the right time. You see him drift from, you know, from left to the centre, from the centre to the right, you know, drifting into that 10 role as well, alternating. You know that Mikel Arteta loves alternating players that can, you know, play in different positions and alternate inside the game, and that's what we get from the likes of Gabriel Martinelli. So the rest that he had, the game that he was dropped, it looks like he did a world to him, because since then he scored 3 goals in the Premier League. So big yourself up, Gabriel Martinelli, no man, my brother. 4-0, guys, 60 points. Beautiful scenes of glorious emotion. We absolutely move. This is going to be an interesting year. Keep saying it. Because if we win the league, the scenes in May are going to be unbelievable. The scenes in May will be some of the best scenes that, one of the only best scenes that, you know, a lot of Arsenal fans have seen, you know. Think of all of the generations that have obviously come up since Arsenal last won the Premier League, which was 2004, 2005. It's been a long time. You know, we got many fans that, you know, okay, so these lot won as well, 1-0, okay, whatever. I'm not interested in that anyway. It's been a long time, you know, they haven't seen their team win a major honour such as the Premier League. And if we can do it, it will be unbelievable scenes. And this guy here is the protagonist. He is the starting cast member. He is the linchpin, as I said previously. He's the guy. Bukayo Saka is that guy. A star boy indeed, you know. And I don't see a limit for him. I honestly don't see a limit for Bukayo Saka. I think at some point Real Madrid is going to try to come in for Bukayo Saka, you know. I'll be real. Only Real Madrid is the team that will give me I wouldn't say even a scare, but a thought about, rah, could he leave? Could he go Real Madrid? You know, these people, you know, including myself, you know. Real Madrid is a team, my Spanish team. So I'm on the Real Madrid side, not on the Barcelona side of the fence. And it's just one of those clubs where it's always felt that it's the only club that you really can't say no to, ever, in your life. Real Madrid. So, but, listen. Onwards and upwards. Saka's here. Hopefully remains here for many, 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 many decades to come. This guy is going to be back very soon, you know. Always in attendance, of course, on match days. Of course he would be. And the way how he just looks like he misses this. It's, he misses the game. He misses being on the pitch. It's scary. I'll be scared for you guys. I'll be scared for your team, you know. It's actually scary, but boy, he needs to come in and do the business. Come in and score. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the video. Please support my channel. I'll, you know, gravely and dearly appreciate it. Love you all, my tubers, my people. And yeah, we move 4-0 to the Arsenal. Hey, oi oi.